Hello and welcome to Bob Brock Stadium on the campus of North Marion for Wild Wild West League Baseball as we kick off our six-game weekend here in Aurora, Oregon. For our afternoon matchup, it's the Portland Gherkins taking on the Gresham GreyWolves. The GreyWolves are on a slippery slope, losing their 5 last games and trying to end the slide this afternoon. Late inning relief pitching has been the Achilles heels of this GreyWolves team as they led the Pickles in their last game 3-2 before giving up 6 runs in the last 2 innings and losing 8-3. The GreyWolves will need to jump out early to give their relievers some leeway. On the other side, the Portland Gherkins have lost their last 2 games while failing to put up a run on the board. Their last contest against the Knights ended early as the Knights won 18-0 with 2 wins coming against this GreyWolf team. The Gherkins will try to get back on track this afternoon. It's the 1-6 Gresham GreyWolves taking on the 2-5 Portland Gherkins for our first of 2 this Friday. First pitch is next. Well, Carlo Jimenez on hand with you at Bob Brock as teams are warming up, and we'll get you our first pitch.
Hey Pickles fans, it's Kyle from the Blazers stunt team, and I'm excited to be out here throwing the first pitch. Let's go Blazers and let's go Pickles.
So a great first pitch. Blazers, of course, playing right now. And we'll get you the starting lineup for the Portland Gherkins. It will be Rowan Ramsey, Miles Norman, Justin Herzog, and the cleanup, DH Patrick Mushka. Behind Mushka, Zach Hart, the lefty, Bryce Bridge, Nolan Thebe, then Cade Edmondson, and Humberto Alarcon. In the field for this GreyWolves team on the mound, it's Dakota Hawkins. First time we'll see the big righty from the guys in gray. Enbody at third, Blair at short, Jacques at second, Weber over there at first base, and in the outfield, it's Antonson from short to left. In center, KJ Rufo into the field, and Baxter Halligan, who will be our third inning interview, is in right. So Dakota Hawkins getting his final warm-up pitches in, and we're getting set for baseball here in the Wild Wild West League. Our first of 6 games this weekend as Rowan Ramsey, the righty, stands in. Dakota Hawkins going to Washington State next year. On his way after playing a season at Lower Columbia Community College. Opening offering to Ramsey. And he swings and pops one up. 2-story pop-up for Alarcon and left. And he moves to his right and makes a catch. So the first ball is sent to left field, and the new left fielder takes care of it. It's an early test for Antonson. So in stands the right-handed batter, Miles Norman, with 1 and the bases empty. Just getting going. No score here at Bob Brock. Top 1. And Norman takes downstairs. Count at 1-0. Miles Norman hitting .267. He's third in the league in RBIs. 1-0-2. Swing and a miss. And the count levels out, a ball and a strike. Gherkins and the GreyWolves going at it. 1-1. And a bunt right back to Hawkins. He scoops it up on 2 hops. Underhand flips to first. And there's 2 gone to start the top of the first. So Norman tried to bunt it. Hawkins was all over it. And out comes the lefty batter, Justin Herzog. Herzog playing third today, hitting .250 in his 24 at-bats. He's got a home run and 2 triples this summer. Opening offering to Herzog. And he swings and drives one into right center field. This ball over there for Halligan. Halligan gets under it, takes a couple steps up, and makes the catch. A quick 1-2-3, top of the first. No score here at Bob Brock as we head to the bottom of the first. GreyWolves due up. So welcome back, ladies. So Taylor Ott on the mound for the Portland Gherkins, and he will face the righty Trevor Antonsen. Antonsen has been one of the better hitters in all of the Wild Wild West League, hitting .455 in his 11 at-bats. He's first in slugging and first in average. As he stands in, Ott looks on, righty, bottom one, no score between the Gherkins and the GreyWolves, opening offering. Upstairs, and the count at 1 ball, no strikes. Be Antonsen, Heiser, Halligan, Hakkinen in the cleanup spot, and N-Body Rufo, and Blair, Jacques, and Weber round things out. 1-0 for Mott. In there for a strike, and the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Antonsen steps in, hugs the back of the batter's box, his right foot on the line. It's 1-1. And it gets him square in the back. Trevor Antonsen takes a base and a bruise as he drives down to first. And up comes Grant Heiser, first base runner of the ball game. This thanks to a hit by pitch. So Grant Heiser, the first of the 3 H's, Heiser, Halligan, and Hakkinen, all in order today. Heiser hitting .261. He's got 4 RBIs. First pitch. Runner goes in there for a strike. The throw is high and into second is Trevor Antonsen with a stolen base. So just like that, a hit by pitch, and Antonsen going. He takes his 3rd stolen base of the summer. And the go-ahead run in scoring position with nobody out in the bottom of the 1st. No score. And the Gherkins and the GreyWolves. Taylor Ott looks at second, looks home. Is 0-1. Swinging a foul back to the screen. And Heiser in the hole, 0-2. Opportunity with Trevor Antonsen at second base. GreyWolves being aggressive early. I know they need to give their bullpen some padding. 0-2. Low and outside, and they're going to call a balk. So on his way to third goes Antonsen. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So no ball. Just 0-2. Won't count the pitch. Ready, Heiser looks on. Runner at third now with nobody out. 0-2. Swinging a big chopper down the left field line. Charging as Herzog. It gets to it. He'll go to first in time. And coming home is Grant Heiser, and the GreyWolves get on the board first. So just like that, Gresham, after the hit by pitch, the stolen base, and the balk, comes home on a 5-3 ground out. And it becomes the lefty batter, Baxter Halligan. Halligan hitting .240 this summer. Opening offering. Up and away. The count 1 ball, no strikes. Halligan 4th in the league in slugging at .480. He got an RBI, a home run. Base is empty, 1 gone, 1 out. Up and away again. 2 balls and no strikes. Bottom one here at Bombrock. 1 out, 1-0 GreyWolves lead after the RBI ground out by Grant Heiser. 2-0. Swinging a foul down the left field line. Counted 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, Gherkins and GreyWolves always seem to get the same weather, hot, windy days. Last time these two teams faced off, it was a 16-12 explosion. With the Gherkins on the right side. 2. No way. Count 3 balls and a strike to Halligan. GreyWolves 1, Gherkins none. Bases empty, 1 out. And the 3-1. Strike. On the outside corner at the knees. And the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So a full count to Halligan with the bases vacant. GreyWolves without a hit, but they have a run. 3-2. Downstairs, and there's a walk to Baxter Halligan. Second walk of the inning for Taylor on, and up comes the right-handed cleanup man, Trace Hakkinen. Hakkinen playing DH today. The man who wears no gloves. Into the batter's box. Halligan at first. He has not stolen a base yet this summer, opening offering. And a swing at a foul down the right field line. Into the crowd. The count at 0-1. Inning started off with a hit by pitch to Trevor Antonson. He stole second, reached third on a balk, and came home on a ground out by Heiser. Halligan has walked. He's at first. 1 out, 1 on, 1 run in. It's 1-0 GreyWolves. And Ott goes over to first, and back safely is Halligan. Hakkinen taps the plate, open stance. 0-1, and he muscles one off down the right field line towards Ryan Moot. The count at no balls and 2 strikes. GreyWolves with a run, but no hits. 1 on. Here in the bottom of the first on a windy, hot day at Bob Brook. Taylor out looks in, agrees with the sign, sets, working off the right side of the rubber. It is 0-2. And another foul. So Hakkinen into battle here with Taylor Ott, whose pitch count is rising in the bottom of the first. Halligan leads at first after his walk. GreyWolves trying to add some more. Already have a 1-0 lead. Taylor Ott exhales and deals. Low and outside. Good block by Edmondson. I went down to talk to the coaches of the Gherkins pregame. They weren't sure who they were going to have starting behind the plate. It was either going to be Kianis or Edmondson. And it looked like Edmondson won out the job, and he'll be putting down the sides. 1 on, 1 out. Bottom 1 at Bob Brown, 1-0 GreyWolves. Trevor Otts, 1-2. And a swing and a drive into center field. This ball drops in front of Bridge. It's a 1-out knock, and there's 2 aboard. With 1 gone, as up comes Dominic Enbody. The GreyWolves getting the offense working early. And in comes the lefty third baseman. So even though the GreyWolves already have a run in, there's their first hit of the ball game by Hakkinen, moves Halligan into scoring position. And Heiser, Halligan, and Hakkinen in their first time up do not record an unproductive out. First pitch from Ott to Enbody. And he swings and ropes one into the gap into right field for a base hit. Moving over to cut it off is Thebe. Stopping at third is Halligan, and the bases are loaded with 1 out for KJ Rufo. A good play by Thebe to get in front of it quickly to ensure Halligan was not running. And back-to-back knocks have the bases full with 1 gone. So an opportunity for the GreyWolves to really jump ahead here in the bottom of the first. 1 out, 1-0 GreyWolves. Bases are loaded. Opening offering. Swing and a miss. On a ball up and away, and the count at 0-1. Halligan at third, Hockinen at second, and Body at first. Taylor Ott needs a ground ball. The 0-1. Strike. Catches the inside corner at the knees. And the count at 0-2. Gherkins have Alarcone at short, Ramsey at second. 0-2. Strike 3. And down goes Rufo. So a big-time strikeout for Taylor Ott with the bases loaded. And then comes the GreyWolves shortstop, Kevin Blair, with an opportunity with the bases loaded. 2 away, no vacancy on the base pass. Opening offering. And the right-hander swings and rolls one short. Ramsey scoops it up. Plenty of time. He goes to first, and that does it. 2 hits. The bases are left loaded, but 1 run does come in. That does it for the first inning. It's 1-0 GreyWolves here at Bob Rock. So in stands the right-handed batter, Patrick Mushka for the Portland Gherkins. Mushka hitting at .368. GreyWolves 1, Gherkins none. Top 2 are on our afternoon Friday ball game. First pitch from Hawkins, and Mushka slaps one foul back to the screen. Gherkins got a run in the bottom of the first. Thanks to some good base running from Trevor Antonson. Here's the 0-1 to Mushka. He waves at a high fastball, and the count at 0-2. Mushka, Hart, Bridge. Bryce Bridge back into the lineup after he took some time off. 0-2. Low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mushka. GreyWolves and the Gherkins, 2 teams whose only wins have come against one another. Here's the 1-2 home. Downstairs again, and the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gherkins still looking for their first hit. They went 1-2-3 in the first very quickly. 2-2. Low again. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Mushka. GreyWolves 1, Gherkins none. Top 2, Patrick Mushka leading things off. The payoff pitch. And he swings and belts one into center. Coming in on it is Rufo, and he can't get to it. Patrick Mushka, in his first at-bat, has a knock. First hit of the game for the GreyWolves and their first base runner. As up comes the lefty, Zach Hart. So the tying run is aboard. The go-ahead comes to the plate. Zach Hart hitting at .250. Mushka does have a stolen base on the year, but that was the second game of the year, and he stole third. Leads over at first base. Opening offering to lefty Hart. He fouls one right back to the screen. So runner aboard, the machine, Patrick Mushka. 1-0 GreyWolves here in the top of the second at Bob Brock. Dawkins deals. Strike catches the corner low and in. And the count at 0-2 to Zach Hart. Hawkins in his first start as a GreyWolf with trouble with the leadoff man aboard. 0-2. Swinging another foul back to the press box. Bryce Bridge tried to catch that one off the screen, but it bounced out of his hand. Mushka leads at first after his single. GreyWolves with a 1-0 lead, but the Gherkins with their leadoff man aboard here in the second. Gherkins sets and deals. And another foul. So Zach Hart in a battle and a 2-strike count. Fighting off high fastballs from Dakota Hawkins. Hawkins peeks over his left shoulder to Mushka at first. And time is called, and that ball won't count. So Hart gets to see a free pitch. And Hawkins has to reset. Mushka with a lead at first. 1-0 GreyWolves. Tap 2. Here's the 0-2. Low and inside. And the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes to Zach Hart. Hart rocking the stirrups on this hot day here at Bob Brock. 1-2. Swing and a miss. First strikeout of the ball game for Dakota Hawkins. And his victim is Zach Hart. As up comes Bryce Bridge, the right-handed batter, with Mushka aboard. And 1 gone. Bridge was the everyday starter in center field for the first weekend for this Gherkins team. And after the hiatus, we haven't seen him. But the man is back. And he takes a strike. Bridge was one of the best names in all of the Wild West League. Bryce Bridge just rolls off the tongue. Mushka at first, 1 gone, 1 on. 1-0 GreyWolves here in the top of the second 0-1. Misses low and outside and gets away from Heiser. Mushka on his way to second. He's in there with ease. And on the pass ball, the tying run is in scoring position. So Bridge with an opportunity to pick up an RBI. He's 0 for 7 in his WWWL career. Hawkins sets. Mushka at second. 1-1. Swinging a foul back to the screen. Tipped off the top of the wooden bat. The count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gherkins picked up a run in the bottom of the first. The GreyWolves. Gherkins trying to pick up a run here in the top of the second. 1-0 GreyWolves. Top 2 here at Bob Brock, the 1-2. Swinging a slow roller towards second. Moving to his left is Jacques. He scoops it up, goes to first. On his way to third is Mushka. And 2 with a 90 away for Nolan Thebe. Thebe, the righty, has been versatile for this Gherkins team. He's pitched. He's played the field. As a hitter, he is 1 for 10. Opening offering. And he waves at a fastball. Mushka at third after his single, a pass ball, and a ground out by Bryce Bridge. Hawkins 0-1. Another foul. Right back to the backstop. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the visiting Portland Gherkins. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the home Gresham GreyWolves. 0-2 on its way. And Thebe taps another one. Foul. And the count at no balls and 2 strikes. So Hawkins ahead of the batter. He has done that well. And the Gherkins on their heels most of the ball game. 0-2 on its way. And Thebe swings and ropes one into the hole, into left field. Mushka comes in to score. Nolan Thebe's first hit of the Wild West League is an RBI single. And the Gherkins have tied things up. It's 1-1 here in the top of the second. So in stands the right-hander, Cade Edmondson. Headed to California Lutheran, spent last year at Concordia. Runner on first, the go-ahead run. 1-1 ball game here in the top of the second with 2 gone. Opening offering to the righty Edmondson. And he swings and fouls one off down the right field line. And he counted 0-1. Edmondson hitting 143. He's got a pair of singles and RBI. and 5 runs. He's been walked a couple of times. DB at first after his RBI single. 1-1 ball game, 0-1. Strike in there, low and away. And they counted 0-2. DB at first. Edmondson at the plate. And a throw over to Thebe, who jogs back to first safely. So identical lines, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for both teams. GreyWolves picked up a run in the bottom of the first, and the Gherkins respond here in the top of the second. 0-2, runner goes. And a swing and a foul. So Thebe gets some cardio in, running to second, and now he'll jog back to first. Last Quinn is died down. Edmondson taps the plate, hitting in the 8 hole. He leads at first. Let's see if he runs again. They check on him, and a first dive. He's in there safely. 1-1 game, top 2 here at Bob Brock. Our first of 2. Doubleheader Friday. 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that does it for the top of the second, but not before 2 hits, 1 left aboard, and a run comes in. We're all tied at 1. GreyWolves coming up here at Bob Brock.
What we've developed is a concept that is based upon a friendship partnership, but there's much more to it than that.
It was an adventure. What happened today, it was like making an adventure. Let's go. What will happen?
The Venados came to us and said, we've got real talent down here and we want you to see them. And whatever happens, happens. But what it started to become was something a lot more special than that.
Sport is a bridge, and I think this is the beginning of a journey that is going to develop into something very, very special.
They all have that same dream of playing baseball at the next level. Everybody came together in this old ballpark for baseball and couldn't have had more fun.
I can only imagine that it's going to be electric, for us to experience, and then hopefully we can kind of bring some of that love back to them, and hopefully it's a good game and it's exciting.
We came down here with a goal to expand baseball and expand culture, and it's a universal language.
Right-hander Tanner Jacques stands in. GreyWolves and the Gherkins all tied up at 1, bottom 2 here at Bob Brock. Tanner Jacques playing second base, batting in the 8 hole. Taylor Ott looks in, puts the glove behind his head, kicks high and deals. And Jacques swings and ropes one into the gap into left center. This ball takes a hop and rolls to the wall. On his way to second is Jacques. He holds up there. And on the first pitch he sees, Tanner Jacques works himself into scoring position with a double. Well, that's one way to get the inning going. Just like that, GreyWolves with an opportunity to take the lead with the go-ahead runner in scoring position. So in stands Stuart Weber, the right-handed batter, with an opportunity to grab an RBI. First pitch, upstairs. And the count at 1-0. Stuart Weber has had 4 at-bats. He's got 2 knocks and 3 RBIs in the summer of 2020. Out looks at second, looks home, 1-0. Swing and a miss. And the count at 1-1 strike. 1-1 game, bottom 2, but an opportunity for the GreyWolves. The runner at second base after a leadoff double from Tanner Jacques. On exhales, Sets and the 1-1. Swinging a tapper foul down the left field line. And the count at a ball and 2 strikes to Stuart Weber. Antonsen is on deck. He leads the WWWL in average. So the big hitter is coming up for the GreyWolves. Weber trying to bring Jacques home. That's 1-2. Check swing, and he went. Ball gets away for his second. Edmondson gets to it, fires to first in plenty of time. And there's one gone. In the bottom of the second, as up comes Trevor Antonsen. Second strikeout of the ball game for Taylor Ott. Antonsen, the righty batter, was hit by a pitch in the first. He then stole second base, went to third on a balk, and came home on a ground out by Grant Heiser. Here, GreyWolves were able to score a run without getting a hit to start this ball game. Runner at second is Jacques. 1 out in a 1-1 game. Opening offering. Swing and a miss by Antonsen. Antonsen's got quite the flow coming out of the back of the helmet. Rocking up today. Trying to pick up an RBI. On takes off a sign, now agrees with another. Jacques leads at second. And the 0-1. And it hits Antonsen again on the left shoulder. He jogs down 90 feet. 2 bruises and 2 bases. And Antonsen is aboard. There's 2 on. With 1 gone, as up comes Grant Heiser. Heiser grounded out to third his last time up. Jacques at second, Antonsen at first. 1 gone, bottom 2 in a 1-1 game. Opening offering from Taylor Ott as he looks towards second and looks home. Swinging a foul back to the screen. And the count at 0-1. So Jacques doubled to start the inning. Weber struck out and Antonsen was hit by a pitch. 2 aboard with 1 out. GreyWolves left the bases loaded in the bottom of the first. Trying to take advantage of an opportunity here in the bottom of the second. 0-1. Misses up and away. In the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Heiser, Halligan, Hakkinen. 3 H's are up. Big hitters for this GreyWolves team. Trying to take a lead. Taylor Otts. 1-1. Inside. And the count at 2 balls and a strike. Antonsen at first, Jacques at second. Both have terrific speed. Gherkins tied things up in the top of the second. GreyWolves trying to take the lead here in the bottom of the inning. 2-1. Swing and a miss. And the count levels out at 2-2. Ott was able to get a big strikeout in the first off KJ Rufo with the bases loaded and 1 out. And with 2 aboard and 1 gone, Ott looking to do the same. Gherkins pitcher sets head high. Exhales, looks at second, looks home, 2-2. Low outside, good block by Edmondson. And the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So full count to Heiser. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Gherkins. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the GreyWolves. 2 aboard, 1 gone. 3-2 for Ott. Swinging a rocket down the left field line, hooking a foul over towards Randy Brock and his son Tucker. A great grounds crew here at Bob Brock. And Heiser steps back into the right side of the batter's box. Antonsen at first. Jacques, the go-ahead run at second. Ott with the closed-off stance. Deals the payoff pitch. Downstairs, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the GreyWolves for the second straight inning as up comes Baxter Halligan. Halligan at a Point Loma walked his last time up, reached third, did not score. He'll be our top of the third interview. Bases loaded, the opening offering. up and away. And the count at 1 ball, no strikes. So no vacancy on the base paths. A 1-1 game here between the Gherkins and the GreyWolves. An opportunity for the home team to take another lead. 1-0. Way outside. And the count at 2 balls and no strikes. A hitter's count for Baxter Halligan. Halligan, the lefty, looks at his bat, exhales. Taps the plate twice and holds it on the left shoulder. 2-0 on its way. Low and inside. And the count at 3 balls and no strikes with nowhere to put Baxter Halligan. Jacques at third. Antonsen at second. Heiser at first. 1 gone, a 3-0 count. Taylor Ott needs a ground ball. The pitch. Strike at the knees. And the count of 3 balls and 1 strike. Sacrifice flies in play with 1 gone and a runner at third. Bases are loaded. The 3-1 from Ott. Swing and a miss. Taylor Ott works a 3-0 to 3-2 to Baxter Halligan. Jacques doubled to start the inning. He's at third. Antonsen was hit by a pitch. He leads at second, and Heiser walked. He's at first. 1 gone. The pitch. Low inside, and it gets away from Edmondson. Coming in to score is Jacques on the walk. It's an RBI for Baxter Halligan. And the GreyWolves retake the lead here in the bottom of the second. So everybody moves up 90 feet, and up comes the righty Trace Hockinen. With 1 gone and the bases still loaded, Taylor Ott shakes off a pitch. And his first pitch. Swinging a foul back to the screen. Hockinen singled back in the first on a ball that got past the infield into left field as Gherkins start to get action in their bullpen. Bottom 2, GreyWolves 2, Gherkins 1. Here at Bob Brock. Taylor Ott kicks his 0-1 home. Low and outside, Edmondson can't control it. It gets away from him. On his way home, sliding is Antonsen, and he is out. Edmondson, with a good recovery, was able to find Taylor Ott, who applied the tag. And there's 2 gone here in the set. So Antonsen, who hesitated a little bit over at third base to see how far away that ball got from Edmondson, took off late, and Cade able to get back to it. So 2 gone now with runners at the corners. 1 ball, 1 strike to the righty Trace Hockinen. Ott trying to get out of the inning with only 1 run of damage. And Hockinen swings and rolls 1 foul down the left field line. GreyWolves have had 7 men reach base, but only 2 runs on the board. Hockinen stands in, holds the bat on the right shoulder. And Taylor Ott's 1-2. Misses up and away. Count levels out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. GreyWolves 2, Gherkins 1. These games always high scoring here at Bob Brock. Ott sets with runners at the corners. And the 2-2. Swinging a foul back to the screen. 2 on, 2 out. A 2-1 lead for the GreyWolves here in the bottom of the second. Deuces wild here in Aurora, Oregon. Hockinen taps the plate, looks towards Ott. And the 2-2. Up and away, and the count's full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So it'll be interesting to see if Baxter Halligan Tries to take off over there at first with a 3-2 count and 2 gone. Ott sets it high. And the quick throw over to first, and back diving is Halligan. Gherkins thinking the same thing, trying to get Halligan off the bag. Bottom of the second. GreyWolves 2, Gherkins 1. Taylor Ott set a long second inning, trying to finish it here. 3-2. And it clips the right shoulder of Trey Sakinen. The third hit by pitch by Taylor Ott has the bases loaded again here in the second. And up comes the left-handed batter, Dominic Enbody. And now we're going to have a mound visit, and we'll take a quick break and come right back. 2-1 lead for the GreyWolves over the Gherkins here at Bob Brock. So the lefty, Dominic Enbody, stands in. Bases are loaded, 2 out, bottom 2 still going. 27 pitches for Taylor Ott in this inning. Opening offering. Upstairs. Down to 1 ball and no strikes. Taylor Ott trying to get out of the second. Again, he's only given up 2 runs. It's just there's been battle after battle with these GreyWolves hitters. 1-0. Look out. Almost clips Enbody. On the count of 2 balls and no strikes. Taylor Ott in his third outing. Bases are loaded. And is 2-0. Downstairs, 3 balls and no strikes with Enbody with nowhere to put him. Ott has given up 3 walks in his previous 3 outings. In this inning, he's walked 3. 3-0. Strike catches the outside corner. And the count of 3 balls and 1 strike. Coming into this game, Ott had also only hit 1 batter, and he's hit 3 so far. 3-1. Ball 4 upstairs. On his way to first is Enbody with an RBI walk. And another run strolls home. And now it looks like we're going to get a pitching change. Taylor Ott's afternoon is over. Bases loaded. 2 gone. It's 3-1. The GreyWolves lead the Gherkins here at Bob Brock. So in stands the right-handed batter KJ Rufo to face Kane Kianis. These two familiar with one another, played against each other all throughout high school. Kianis on the mound, the right-handed pitcher. Usually plays behind home plate, opening offering. And Rufo swings and pops one up. Shallow left field. Moving over is Alarcon. He gets under it and makes the grab. One pitch, one out for Kianis. He does his job, and that does it for the bottom of the second. When we return, we'll have Baxter Halligan mic'd up. Top three coming up. So Humberto Alarcon grounds out. Sorry we can't bring you the interview. We'll get it next happening. Rowan Ramsey stands in after Alarcon grounds out. And a first pitch strike to Rowan Ramsey. Ramsey's in the right batter to the ground to Alarcon. And the opening offering. Low and away. Count of 1-1 strike. One. Swinging a foul back to the screen. And the count of 1-2. Ramsey flew out to left his last time up. GreyWolves 3, Gherkins 1. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And there's two gone quickly here in the top of the third. Up comes the right-handed batter, Miles Norman. With two gone and the base is empty, Gherkins got a run in the top of the second. They gave up 2 in the bottom of the inning, and they trail 3-1. Opening offering. Strike. Catches the corner low. And outside in the count of 0-1. Norman grounded out to the pitcher. He looks at a ball downstairs. Count of 1-1. Two hits, 1 runs for the GreyWolves. 1-1. And a swing and a little blooper into right center field. This ball drops in no man's land for Miles Norman. And he's got a 2-out knock. So up comes the lefty, Justin Herzog. Again, we apologize for not being able to bring you the interview with Halligan. We'll get it top 4. Should be a good one. Herzog's an interesting guy. 1 on, 2 gone, top 3. Quick throw over to first. Diving back is Norman. Herzog, the lefty, stands in. He flew out to right his last time up. Hawkins sets. And the pitch. Up and away. On the counter, 1 ball and no strikes to Herzog. A windy, hot Friday afternoon here at Bombrock. The 1-0. Swinging a foul down the left field line into the seats. And the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Norman at first. Quick throw again. And he's back safely with a head first dive. Patrick Mushka, who's got the only run of the game for the Gherkins, is on deck. 1-1. Swinging a rocket down the right field line and foul right towards the party deck. And Herzog steps back in with a count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. GreyWolves 3, Gherkins 1. Bottom 2 here at Bombrock. And the 1-2. Swinging a high pop-up into center field. This one hangs up there for Rufo. He takes 2 steps forward and makes the catch. 1 hit, 1 left aboard. To the bottom of the 3rd we go. It's 3-1. The GreyWolves lead the Gherkins. Welcome back. Bottom 3 here at Bombrock and a 3-run lead for the GreyWolves. 7-8-9 here for the home team as Kevin Blair looks at a ball away. And the count at 1-0-2. GreyWolves put up 1 run in the first, 2 in the second. Trying to add some more here in the third. 1-0 from Kianis. Swing a foul back to the screen. And the count levels out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Giannis came in the 2nd inning with the bases loaded and 2 gone, threw 1 pitch, got an out, and got out of the inning. As he exhales and deals a 1-1. Upstairs, counted 2 balls and a strike. Blair grounded out to second his last time up, the 2-1. And it gets him in the back. The 4th hit by pitch by a Gherkins pitcher. I don't think there's bad blood between these 2 teams, but so in stands the righty Tanner Jacques, who doubled and scored his last time up. Leading at first is Blair after he was hit. Opening offering. Outside. Count of 1 ball, no strikes. 3-1, the Gherkins lead, or the GreyWolves lead the Gherkins. As Jacques swings, pops one up to short. Alarcón has it. And there's 1 gone. Didn't even have to move. Humberto, he just stood there. Thank you very much. And so there's 1 on with 1 out as in stands the right-handed batter, Stuart Weber in the 9th hole. GreyWolves 3, Gherkins 1. GreyWolves try to add some more runs. And Kiana steals a strike. Blair takes his lead at first. Giannis looks over his left shoulder. The runner goes. The pitch and a swing and a foul down the left field line. And Kevin Blair has to jog back to first. Blair is 2-0 in stolen bases. 1 out. Bottom 3, runner at first. And an 0-2 pitch to Weber. Up and outside. Count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Gherkins. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the GreyWolves. Bottom 3. These two teams going at it once again. 1-2. Downstairs. Just misses. And the count levels out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 on, 1 gone. GreyWolves lead by 2. 2-2 from Giannis. And Blair swings and rips one down the left field line. This one hooking towards the pole, looking to get under it, leaping, and it's over the wall. Stuart Weber has a 2-run blast, and the GreyWolves take a 5-1 lead here in the bottom of the third. Weber with a big fly. Blair comes in to score. Norman tried to snag it, but the ball just carried over. And Weber has his first home run of the summer. So in stands the right-handed batter, Trevor Antonsen, who has been hit twice, opening offering. And he swings and pops one up foul. The count at 0-1. Giannis gives up the home run. It's 5-1 now, the GreyWolves lead. GreyWolves trying to get some revenge. They fell 11-4 to this Gherkins team and 16-12, 0-1. Downstairs, and the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. So high-scoring affairs. A lot of the Gherkins run coming in the late innings. In the 16-12 game, the GreyWolves had a 10-run lead, 1-1. Low and outside, count at 2 balls and a strike. So this GreyWolves team knows 5-1 is a lot like 2-1 when these two teams face off. The 2-1 home. Strike. Up and outside, catches the corner, and the count levels out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-run home run by Weber. 2-2. Up and away. And the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Antonsen in his third at-bat. Here in the third inning. And the 3-2 home. And he swings and drives one into left field. Norman gets under it, moves to his left, makes the catch. And there's 2 away. So Antonsen is out for the first time this afternoon. And up comes the righty Grant Heiser, who's walked and had an RBI ground out. Heiser taps the plate twice. The right-handed batter looks at the first pitch. And Kiana steals a strike that catches the outer edge. GreyWolves 5, Gherkins 1. Bottom 3, 0-1. Tapper fouled on the right field line. Check swing by Heiser, but he caught the ball. And they counted no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2. Swing and a foul that falls out of the glove of Edmondson. And the count remains at 2, no balls and 2 strikes. Base is empty, 2 gone. Bottom 3, 5-1, the GreyWolves lead. 0-2 to Heiser. And he swings and misses. See ya. 1 hit, a 2-run home run by Stuart Weber. His first bomb of the summer, and it's a 5-1 lead for the Gresham GreyWolves.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health. which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. On and on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
Hello and welcome. Top 4, Baxter Halligan. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Well, thanks for joining us here. Yeah,
Right,
can
awesome.
you hear me? Sweet. Thanks for joining us here in the top of the 4th.
Yes, sir.
How has it been playing for the GreyWolves this summer? Baxter, how have you
It's been really
enjoyed?
good. Son's been out playing baseball again, which is always nice. So I'm just happy that. What?
Now, Baxter, I gotta ask. In high school, you did swimming and water polo. Did you pick up those before baseball, and how was it playing
Yes,
those
sir.
3 sports? I can imagine a lot of guys were playing 2 water sports and then baseball in the spring.
Yeah. So when I grew up, I started swimming when I was 5. My mom swam in college, and it was just kind of in the family. My sister swam as well. And then in high school, I ended up picking up water polo my sophomore year, and it was I picked it up in the fall just because it was a fun sport to do, and it was kind of a mix between baseball. So I got the throwing in, I got the swimming in, and it was honestly just a good time.
Now, would you say water polo helped you a little bit when you play baseball?
I would say so. I mean, the ball's a lot bigger. It's kind of like throwing like a heavy volleyball around. So whenever I go from water polo season and then pick up a baseball, felt like I was throwing a golf ball everywhere.
After Mushka rips one down the left field line, he'll dig for 2, his second hit of the ball game. Now, I know you're a big Blazers fan. Any chance you want to know the score?
Yes, sir.
All right. Blazers down 9.
As long as they're winning.
About 5 minutes.
Oh.
About 5 minutes to go in the 4th.
Okay.
You read earlier you want to be a chiropractor or physical therapist. Where does that passion for those 2 things stem from?
Just growing up, I've had a couple nagging injuries here or there whenever I was growing up, and always found it super interesting to be able to go. Oh, here's one. Oh. 3.
Good throw by Rufo there.
Whenever I went to like a physical therapy place to get some work done or chiropractic on my back done, I always thought it was just super interesting. So I thought you never have to work if you're always having fun. So I thought it'd be a good thing for me to study school.
True. And now, Baxter, if you had to pick 3 of your teammates to do an escape room with, what 3 GreyWolves are you choosing?
Oh. I'm gonna go first pick would be Dom Embody, because he's a very cool, calm, collected guy. He's never mad, never gets upset. So he's gonna be my number 1 pick just for team energy, because he's always putting out good vibes. That's a hard one. I'm gonna go second pick, Tanner Jocks. I went to junior college with him, and I know he's a pretty smart guy, so I'm picking him. And then, who else? I'm going to go with Kevin Blair, our shortstop today, just because he went to Jesuit, so I'm hoping he's pretty smart.
All right. Now, we also learned you like the surf.
But if I got to pick anyone from the Wild Wild West League, number 1 pick would be Gabe Scoro.
Okay. Why Gabe?
What?
Is there a reason you'd pick Gabe to take with you on your team?
You guys still with me there?
Yeah, can you hear me? Baxter, you got us out there?
Oh, I can't hear him.
Baxter, any chance you can still hear us?
What'd he say? I cannot hear you at all. The bullpen's my ears right now. I can't hear you.
Well, thanks, Baxter Halligan, for joining us. Sorry again for the technical difficulties. As we get going, Patrick Mushka at second, 2 gone, top 4. And Sands, Nolan, Phoebe. And the 2-1. Swinging a base. Count of 2-2. Five one. GreyWolves lead the Gherkins.
Technical difficulties.
2-2.
Oh,
And Phoebe
no.
swings and rips one into left center field. This ball towards the wall. Goodbye. Nolan Phoebe with a 2-run big fly. And
Could he
the
hear me?
Gherkins cut the lead in half.
Could he hear me? Could he hear me? I can't. Oh, okay. They can hear me. Well, I can't hear them. So.
All right,
Right,
we're going
got
to try
technical
this with
difficulties.
Baxter.
It's fine.
The
I
bullpen
just
can
want to
hear
ball
us.
this inning.
Baxter can't hear us. So we're going to ask the bullpen of the GreyWolves to relay questions. Bullpen, can you ask Baxter if he had to choose a sport besides water polo, swimming, or baseball, which one would he do? And hopefully the bullpen guys can get that to Baxter, and Baxter can get us a question. And stands Cade Edmondson.
Oh, I definitely picked football. I've always wanted to play football, but I never ended up picking it up in high school.
Okay. And then, Baxter, out of all the teammates you have, who would make the best cowboy? I know we're in the Wild Wild West League, so who would be the best cowboy on the GreyWolves?
Did he actually ask that?
Swinging a miss from Edmondson, and that does it for the top of the 4th. 2 runs in for the Gherkins. Thanks, Baxter Halligan, for joining us. We'll take a break and come right back. So Baxter Halligan looks at a ball low and in, count of 1 ball on those strikes. Bottom 4 here at Bob Brock, 5-3. The GreyWolves lead the Gherkins. 1-0 to Halligan. And the lefty looks at a strike. A 2-run home run in the top of the 4th. And the 1-1 on its way. Strike 2 catches the outer edge. And the count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, 2. Low and in. Count levels out 2-2. Bottom 4, GreyWolves gave up 2 runs in the top of the inning. It's a 5-3 Gherkin lead. Kane Keon is still on the mound, dealing to the 3, 4, 5 spots. 2-2. And Hakkinen swings and rolls one up the middle towards short and off the foot of Alarcon into center field for a base hit. Halligan is aboard with the single. And up comes Trace Hakkinen. Hakkinen singled his first time up, was hit by a pitch his second time out. Has not come around to score. Has been left stranded at second twice. 5-3. GreyWolves lead with a runner aboard. Opening offering. Misses low and outside. Count of 1 ball and those strikes. Well, the game is on trend for another high-scoring game between the GreyWolves and the Gherkins. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Hakkinen chases a fastball high in the count of 1 ball, 1 strike. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Gherkins. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the GreyWolves. Hakkinen stands in and body on deck. Runner at first is Halligan. And Hakkinen waves at another pitch. The count at 1-2. Bottom 4 here at Bob Brock. A sunny, windy summer afternoon day. Halligan at first. And the 1-2 home. Swinging a slow roller towards third. Herzog shoots it up, goes to second for 1. The turn to first, and the ball is dropped. Wasn't going to matter anyway. Hakkinen had beat it out. So the leadoff runner, Halligan, is gone. Hakkinen at first on the fielder's choice. And up comes the lefty, Dominic Enbody. Enbody singled and walked. He is 1 for 1. As he stands in. Opening offering. Drops in for a strike. And the count at 0-1 to Enbody. Runner at first, 0-1. Strike catches the outer edge. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes. One out. Runner at first, 5-3. The GreyWolves lead the Gherkins. Kiana shakes off the side, looks over his left shoulder to first, and deals the 0-2. Swinging a shot into right field. Going back is Thebe, looking up at the track, and he makes the catch. Enbody sends that one for a ride, and it's a loud second out. Here in the bottom of the 4th, as up comes KJ Rufo. So a hard hit ball, but just short. Down the right field line, the 3-0-2 sign. As it stands, the right-handed batter, KJ Rufo, who popped out to short his last time up. Runner at first is Hakkinen after a fielder's choice. Giannis is opening offering, and the righty waves at a fastball. Counted 0-1. Oh, 1. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw from Edmondson to second. Not in time. So a stolen base for Hakkinen, who works himself into scoring position, but an 0-2 count to KJ Rufo. GreyWolves being a little more aggressive on the base pass. We have not seen them run this much in a ball game all summer. Rufo stands in looking for his first hit, 0-2. And he checks his swing and he goes around. One hit, one left aboard. To the fifth we go. It's 5-3. Gherkins trail the GreyWolves. So Humberto Alarcon stands in to lead off the fifth, and he swings and fouls it back to the screen. Top five here at Bob Rock. Gherkins got a 2-run home run from Thebe in the fourth. So pull within 2, 0-1. Ball up and in. The count at 1 ball, 1 strike to Alarcon. It'll be 9-1-2 here in the fifth for the Gherkins, trying to slice into the 5-3 GreyWolves lead. 1-1 on his way. Up and outside. And the count at 2 balls and a strike. Wind's blowing hard out to left here at Bob Rock. We saw Thebe's home run sail to left field. Here's the 2-1. Downstairs. And the count 3 balls and 1 strike. Hawkins still on the mound. Trying to get through 5. Coach Hop has really had to stretch his starters these last couple of games. Here's the 3-1 home. Swing and a foul. Back to the screen. And the count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ramsey, the righty, on deck. Alarcon stands in. And the payoff pitch. Low and away. And a leadoff walk to Humberto Alarcon brings the tying run to the plate. And Rowan Ramsey. Ramsey flew out to left and struck out. He's 0 for 2. Alarcon with good speed at first base. "5-3 GreyWolves here in the top of the fifth. And the first pitch is a ball downstairs. Kind of 1-0. Alarcon hasn't tried to steal this summer. Quick throw back. Good move by Dakota. And a head first dive safely is Alarcon. Another throw to first, almost wide. 1 ball, no strikes to Ramsey. 1-0. Inside. And the count of 2 balls and no strikes. Top 5 here at Bob Rock. GreyWolves hanging on to a 5-3 lead, but the tying run is at the plate. 1 aboard, nobody out. 2-0 to Ramsey. And he swings and belts one into left field for a base hit. Stopping at second is Alarcon. Ramsey with his first knock of the ball game puts the tying runs on the base pass with the go-ahead at the plate in Miles Norman. Norman singled back in the third. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Here in the top of the fifth, opportunity for the Gherkins to tie the ball game. 5-3, GreyWolves lead opening offering. Bunt is put down, and it's a good one down the left field line. Scooping it up is Hawkins. He goes to third, and the throw is wide. On his way home is Alarcon. He jogs in, rounding third and coming home. Behind him is Ramsey, who scores. To second is Norman. 2 runs coming on the air, and it's a 5-5 ball game. Hawkins couldn't believe it. He just kind of a little too excited and completely overthrew anybody instead of just going to first. And now the go-ahead run is in scoring position on the E1. Alarcon scores, Ramsey scores, and it's 5-5 here at Bob Brock. Opening offering. And the lefty, Herzog, takes the ball. Low and inside. Top 5 and a 5-5 game between the GreyWolves and the Gherkins. 1-0. Low and in again. In the count of 2 balls and no strikes to Herzog. Herzog is flight out to right and center. Runner at second is Norman. He's the go-ahead run. 2-0 from Hawkins. Swinging a drive into right field for a base hit. Stopping at third is Norman. To first stays Herzog. And there's runners at the corners with nobody out. Here in the top of the fifth. So up comes Patrick Mushka and out comes Coach Hop as we'll take a break and come right back here at Bob Brock. Hop calling for the bullpen. Runners at the corners. The go-ahead run 90 feet away. Here it's a 5-5 game between the GreyWolves and the Gherkins. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top 5 here at Bob Brock in a 5-5 game. Patrick Mushka, the right-handed batter, stands in to face McGuire. And Mushka looks at a ball low and outside. Spencer McGuire out of Mount Hood Community College stands at 6'6". Tall, lanky guy, went to Union High School. 1-0. Low and in. We counted 2 balls and no strikes to Mushka. Mushka singled and doubled. He has scored twice. He's 2 for 2. Norman at third, Herzog at first. 5-5 game, the 2-0. And Mushka swings and sends one high into the air to right center field. Moving over is Halligan. To his right, he gets under it. Tagging on the play is Norman. A run comes in. The Gherkins have taken the lead. 2 hits and a sacrifice fly for Patrick Mushka. Give him the RBI. And the Gherkins are up 6-5. So Herzog still at first, as in stands the lefty Zach Hart. 3 runs for the Gherkins here in the top of the 5th. Opening offering, and Hart swings and rakes one down the right field line. This ball hooking foul. Hits the bottom of the fence. Count 0-1 to Hart. Zach Hart flew out to center his last time up. Gherkins getting a couple of runs thanks to a Dakota Hopkins overthrow. Spencer McGuire gives it the sacrifice fly. And the Gherkins have taken a 6-5 lead. They've scored 5 runs unanswered. Herzog leads at first, Hart at the plate. McGuire sets the 0-1. In there for a strike. And the count at 0-2. Wind blowing strong out to center. Hart, the lefty, looks in towards the left-handed hitter, Zach Hart. Herzog, the sizable lead over at first base, the 0-2. Swinging a rocket up the middle, diving to his left is Jacques. He gets to it, but he has no play. And Jacques lays out, gets some dirt on the jersey, but couldn't handle the exchange. And an infield single for Zach Hart. Has 2 aboard with 2 gone, as up comes Bryce Bridge. Excuse me, it looks like Ruben Cedillo is into the ball game for Bryce Bridge. Cedillo hit leadoff the last time these two teams faced off. And now Gherkins head coach going to talk to the GreyWolves and the umpire. Again, in previous games, these two teams have switched players back and forth. So as we try to get everything settled down, 2 aboard. The 2 lefties on the base pass. Herzog at second. Hart at first. Cedillo into the ball game to face McGuire. Ruben Cedillo has played well in his short outings, hitting .333. He's got 1 home run and an RBI. Had a home run in his first at-bat in the WWWL. He's the only player who can say that. Dalton Chandler, though, a couple nights ago, had his first home run in his second at-bat of the summer. McGuire versus the righty Cedillo. 2 on, 1 gone. Opening offering, way outside. And the count at 1-0. Inning started with an Alarcon walk, a Ramsey single. Norman reached on a fielder's choice in an air. Herzog singled. Mushka hit a sacrifice fly, and Hart is aboard with a single. 2 on, 1 gone. The 1-0. Straight catches the outer edge. And the count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Gherkins 6, GreyWolves 5. 3 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. And Cedillo steps out of the box. 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Gherkins. 5 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the GreyWolves. 1-1, up and away. And the count at 2 balls and 1 strike from McGuire to Cedillo. Again, this is McGuire's first outing, and we've seen a lot of relief pitchers come in and struggle in their first time out. You don't have any time to try to settle in as a relief pitcher, and when you haven't played baseball in 4 months, that can be tough. 2-1. Cedillo swings and taps one towards short, scooped up by Blair. He throws to second for 1. The turn in time. Blair to Jacques to Weber to finish the inning, but not before the Gherkins bring in 3 runs and take a lead. It's 6-5 Portland over Gresham as we head to the bottom of the 5th. So Kiana deals with a ready Blair, misses the one away. And they count at 1 ball and no strikes. Bottom 5 here at Bombrock. 3 runs in the top of the 5th. The Gherkins take a lead. Blair swings and pops one up. Right center field. Ramsey going back. Norman coming in. Norman calls off Ramsey. He slides and he can't make the catch. An E8 has Kevin Blair aboard, and that means the tying run is on the base pass. And the go-ahead comes to the plate, and his name is Tanner Jacques. Jacques doubled into left center field his first time up. He flew out back in the 3rd. 1 aboard, nobody out, bottom 5. GreyWolves trying to regain the lead. Kiana steals. Inside for a ball, and they count at 2-0. Kiana still on the mound after coming in relief for Ott. He's pitched well. The 1-0. Downstairs. Counted 2 balls and no strikes. Righty Jacques taps the plate twice. Open stance. Moving that front foot up and down. Leading at first is Blair. The pitch. Jacques swings and taps one into right field for a base hit. Tanner Jacques with a knock. And there's 2 aboard with nobody out for the righty Stuart Weber. So 2 aboard and nobody out, which means the tying run in scoring position. The go-ahead at first, and the GreyWolves trying to retake the lead. Gresham scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. They trail 6-5 to the Gherkins, opening offering. Low and outside. And the count 1-0 to Stuart Weber. Wind is strong here at Bombrock, and it has carried a couple of balls out. GreyWolves looking to take advantage of that. Stuart Weber did his last time up. 1-0. Up high. And they counted 2 balls and no strikes. Weber hit a home run that was slicing down the left field line and just got out over the glove of the leaping Miles Norman. 2-0 on its way. Runners go. Swinging a pop-up right behind the plate. Edmondson looking up. Takes a couple steps back. Makes the catch. Everybody goes back to their bases. And there's 1 gone. So a run and hit, as Robert Jones would call it. Except it ends up in and out, and up comes the right-handed batter, Trevor Antonsen. Blair at second, Jacques at first. Kianis looks at second, deals home. Swing and a miss. Antonsen takes a big hack. Trevor's taken 2 balls in the back. He's also flied out to left. He's 0 for 1. 6-5. Gherkins lead with a tying run in scoring position for the GreyWolves. 0-1. Low and away. Count of 1 ball, 1 strike. A 3-run top of the 5th gave the Gherkins a lead. But an opportunity for Trevor and Tonson to tie this ball game up. 1-1. Runners go again. Inside the throw to third. Not in time. A stolen base for Kevin Blair. Tanner Jacques goes to second. And boy, the GreyWolves are aggressive on the base paths today. A team that had 3 stolen bases coming into the ball game has 3 so far today. 2-1. Strike catches the outer edge. And the count of 2 balls, 2 strikes. 90 feet away is Blair. He's the tying run. Tanner Jacques at second, the go-ahead. 2-2. Up and outside. They count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tonson looking at his second full count. First time facing Giannis. And the payoff pitch. And a Tonson swings and skies one right center field. Norman going back, still on the move, looking up. He makes the catch. Tagging on the play is Blair. He scores with ease. It's a sacrifice fly by Trevor and Tonson. And we're all tied up at 6 here at Bob Brock. And Tonson sent that one for a ride. And up comes the right-handed batter, Grant Heiser, with his open stance. First pitch. Strike. So Jacques at third. The go-ahead run, 0-1. Swinging a slow roller towards third. Herzog scoops it up. Long throw to first in plenty of time. And that does it. 1 run in on the sacrifice fly. And the GreyWolves tie things up here at Bob Brock, 6-6 through 5. Welcome back to Bob Brock Stadium in beautiful Aurora, Oregon. Top 6, Carlo Jimenez alongside Parker Huffman.
Hello, hello.
How's it going, Parker?
It's going great. Quite the game we got on our hands here.
6-6 game, opening offering to Thebe. Misses up and away, counted 1-0. Spencer McGuire, a lanky kid on the mound.
Yeah.
6-6. 1-0. Thebe takes one in the dirt, count it. 2 balls and no strikes. Parker, you rocking the Rip City jersey today?
Yep. The Blazers just pulled it out. Did not make it look easy. Seems to be the way they're doing things this year, but pulled it out in overtime, 140-135.
2-0. Ball downstairs. They counted 3 balls and no strikes to Thebe. Thebe hit a home run to left center field on this windy day here at Bob Brock. 3-0. Strike. at the knees. On the count of 3 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, that was quite the shot earlier by Phoebe. And not an easy spot in the park to have it go out today.
Not at all. 3-1. And he swings and pops one up. Foul back to the screen. The count runs full 3-2. So, Parker, the Blazers get the win. Gherkins searching for a win.
Mm-hmm.
Came down 5-1. Took a 6-5 lead, but
yeah,
GreyWolves just able to tie it up. It's always good baseball between these two teams.
Yes. It's been good to see another battle. Also been good to not see 30 runs on the board.
Well, we still got a long way to go.
That's
so
true.
I wouldn't say
That's true.
I wouldn't say anything yet.
The bats are waking up.
Strikeout to Thebe. Up comes the righty, Kate Edmondson. Lefty on righty, opening offering. Way outside. Count of 1-0. Edmondson has struck out twice. And it's been everybody but the big guy who has stood out to me, our favorite, Patrick Mushka, 2 for 2 with the RBI.
Getting it done again, man. How many times have you seen him just line one down that third baseline into the corner for a double? I mean, it seems like every game.
2-0 on its way to Edmondson. And he taps one back to the screen, counted 2 balls and a strike. Top 6 here at Bob Brock in a 6-6 game. Edmondson stands in. Alarcon on deck. And the 2-1. Outside again. Count 3 balls and a strike.
Now, Carlo, we've been talking about snacks
in
the last few days when I've been up here.
3-1. Edmondson pops it up down the right field line. Weber looking over. Weber running out of room.
Oh.
It's the first time we see somebody dive at one of those yellow poles at the top of the fence.
Yeah, it was a great effort there. Just got over the safety net. But so Jackson Thomas, who cooked up our bratwurst that I brought yesterday.
Yeah.
He brought me some cookies from Grandma today, and I got to tell you, peanut butter chocolate chip, quite the cookie. So shout out to Grandma Harlan there. It seems like that family knows their way around the kitchen.
Parker, I've had those cookies. Hands down, one of the top 3 cookies I've ever had.
Yeah, phenomenal. I mean, just the perfect combination of peanut butter and chocolate.
You get the little kiss at the top.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's too good. Making me hungry. Edmondson walks. He's at first. Alarcon the righty up. Opening offering. Alarcon fakes the bunt. GreyWolves have been uber aggressive on the base pass. See if the Gherkins try to match him here. Go ahead, run is aboard. Are you sending Edmondson, Parker? If you're
well, he's got some wheels. Looks like he's getting a decent lead. So, if it was me, I wouldn't be afraid to take the chance.
1-0, another bunt in the dirt. Alarcon able to pull it back, and the count at 2 balls and no strikes. So 6 runs for the Gherkins, 6 runs for the GreyWolves. Here in the top of the 6th. 2-0. Bases outside, sliding head first and back to first is Kate Edmondson as a snapback throw by Heiser. Both these teams, it's been close games between these two squads. But this is the first one we have close late. 3-0 is a strike up and outside. We counted 3 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, these doubleheader days are always fun when we got the Gherkins and GreyWolves and then the Pickles and Knights in the evening. Typically.
As Alarcon swings and sends one into center. Rufo moving back, gets under it, makes the catch. And there's 2 gone.
Typically makes for some great games, and certainly so far today.
Yeah, it usually does. These 2 teams have been pretty even. So the Knights and the Pickles, as Rowan Ramsey stands in, the cleanoff man who scored his last time up in the 5th. What I find interesting between these 2 teams is it's not the bats, but it's always the pitching. Who has better pitching staff? Because runs will come. That's what we know. I mean, we haven't had a game between these 2 teams where one team hasn't hit double-digit run totals.
Right.
So it's who can get the arms working.
Yeah, that's kind of been the story of this whole league. I think every team, maybe aside from the Knights, who seems to have a nice little bullpen, kind of been searching for some arms, and seems like every day we got a couple new guys in the pen, but they're doing what they can, and it's been some fun baseball to watch, that's for sure.
2-0, up and away. We count at 3 balls and no strikes to Ramsey. Go ahead, run it. First is Edmonton, 2 out, top 6 in a 6-6 game. You're right, Barry. We saw Mickey Thompson yesterday struggle in the late innings.
Yep.
And the Knights took advantage, able to get the win there. 3-0. Catches the outer edge. They count 3 balls and 1 strike. And here's Spencer McGuire. He talked about guys we haven't seen before. His first time out. And the starter for the GreyWolves, Dakota Hawkins, it was his first ball game.
Right. Yeah, so certainly the
3-1 and a walk to Ramsey.
GreyWolves and the Gherkins, I think, are the 2 teams that have really been trying to figure out the bullpen. But, bringing in new guys and some solid arms that I've seen come in.
Yeah, and as the season goes on, it's really going to be interesting which one of these teams ends up being that third place team, because we've seen the Pickles be vulnerable at times, if that's assuming they end up in second. Opening offering misses in, or just check that, drops in for a strike. We've seen them be vulnerable, and we've seen games be close if the playoffs were to start tomorrow. But I think if the GreyWolves have Scott Wright, who's terrific on the mound, and if the Gherkins can get their pitching staff going, they have a chance.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's baseball for you. Any given day, you don't know what's going to happen, and it looks like it's going to be a fun little finish to the season here. But we got certainly an interesting playoff format here for the Wild Wild West League.
You want to explain that to our viewers?
Yeah, absolutely. So the 4 seed at the end of the season, they're out. They're done.
Dunzo.
And then on the 8th of August, we're going to have the 2 seed and the 3 seed play a double header. So if one of those teams wins both games, they move on to the championship against the 1 seed, who's going to have an automatic bye. If they split, we're gonna do a home run derby, and we'll see who advances from there. So
should be interesting. Miles Norman strikes out. That does it for the top of the 6th. We'll take a break and come right back. 2 on walks, but they're both left stranded. 6-6, halfway through 6. So in stands the lefty Baxter Halligan to get things going. Bottom 6, we're all tied up. 6-6 between the GreyWolves and the Gherkins. Carlo Jimenez alongside Parker Huffman. Opening offering to Halligan. Almost clips him. Kind of want to know. Well, Parker, we talked about the home run derby. If you had to pick your 5 guys for the GreyWolves.
Wow, 5 guys. I think I'd start with Baxter here.
I think it's a good choice.
He's certainly shown some power this summer. Price go right down the line with Hakkinen.
Yep.
From there on, it's kind of tough.
1-1. Swing and a miss. And the count of the ball and 2 strikes to Halligan.
Who else we got on the board this summer with some homers?
Isaac Lovings. We saw him get a hit off Chad Stoner. 1-2. Misses up and away.
I've seen Rufo show off some power.
Yeah.
And then who's the big boy we got down there? 24. Is that
Here's the 2. I believe it is. Swinging a 2-hopper towards first. Scooped up by Hart on the short hop. Underhand flips to the pitcher, Kianis, who steps on first for out number 1.
Yeah, so I got Halligan, Hakkinen, Lovings, Rufo. I don't know. It's a toss-up for the 5 spot.
It would be interesting. This is the opening offering. I'd probably want. Did you put Antonsen in your list?
I didn't put Antonsen in.
Yeah, he's got 2 big flies.
Yeah, young guy too.
Yeah.
I was thinking, if anything, maybe find someone with a little more experience, but it's kind of tough to come by on this roster.
Yeah. 1-1 to Trace Hakkinen, the right-handed batter, who's reached base all 3 times. Bottom 6-6 game between the Gherkins and the GreyWolves, a 1-1. Swing and a miss. The count at 1-2. If I had the Gherkins and I was going up against your GreyWolves,
okay,
here's what I'm taking. I'm getting my man Ruben Cedillo.
Sure.
Homered in a first at bat. Definitely Nolan Thebe. He's got some power.
Yeah, saw that today.
Swing and a miss from Hakkinen, who is retired, 2 gone. I have to go with Kate Edmonton.
Okay.
Edmonton can send the ball. I'd want Bryce Bridge, although he hasn't been playing a lot. Scratch that. No Bridge.
Okay.
Have I said Herzog? Probably go Herzog.
I haven't heard Herzog yet.
Herzog, and then rounding out with Mushka.
Yeah, that's the obvious one. I like that lineup right there.
Who do you think wins? It's tough.
I got to go with my G's, the Gherkins.
0-1. Misses up and away. Count 1 ball, 1 strike to Body. I think it almost depends on where the wind's blowing.
That's another good point.
1-1. Misses low and away. You also, it's going to be the pitching coach pitching, so it's not like it matters who's throwing the baseballs.
Right.
But it would be an interesting one. 2-1 on its way. Downstairs, count of 3 balls and a strike. 2 gone. Bottom 6-6 game on this hot day here at Bob Brock.
That'd be a fun one.
3-1. Swinging a rocket into right field on a line. Thebe dives and he can't get there. A single for Body. Good hustle by Thebe. Doesn't have anything to show for it, and there's 2 gone with 1 on. As out comes the Gherkins pitching coach, and we're going to have a pitching change. We'll take a break and come right back. Kianis is done for the afternoon. A good outing for him. It's a 6-6 game here at Bob Brock. Bottom 6, 1 on, 2 gone for the GreyWolves. So 1 aboard and 2 gone, and in stands KJ Rufo. Parker, why don't you, we just had you try some vocalized throat medicine that our great Robert Jones, PA announcer, gave us.
The vocal zone.
How is it?
It's strongly flavored. It's really kind of overpowering me here. Trying to hang in there.
You gonna be all right?
Yeah, no, but I can feel it. You know, it's almost like a little sucrete or throat lozenge.
Jacob Bowser into pinch. He deals the 0-1. Slow roller. Hertzog to first, and that does it.
All right.
Bottom 6 is over. To the 7th we go. All tied up at 6 here at Bob Rock.
What we've developed is a concept that is based upon a friendship partnership, but there's much more to it than that.
It was an adventure. What happened today, it was like making an adventure. Let's go. What will happen?
The Venados came to us and said, we've got real talent down here and we want you to see them. And whatever happens, happens. But what it started to become was something a lot more special than that.
Sport is a bridge, and I think this is the beginning of a journey that is going to develop into something very, very special.
They all have that same dream of playing baseball at the next level. Everybody came together in this old ballpark for baseball and couldn't have had more fun.
I can only imagine that it's going to be electric, you know, for us to experience, and then hopefully we can kind of bring some of that love back to them, and hopefully it's a good game and it's exciting.
We came down here with a goal to expand baseball and expand culture, and it's the universal language.
So the left-handed batter, Justin Herzog, stands in to a fake Cody Kemble. Swinging a base.
That's quite the delivery. I love it. I mean, that could really be deceptive. I don't know who this guy is. Big Body Bez.
Herzog drives one to right. Halligan has out number 1.
Carlo's loving that delivery. Hey, gets it done. 1 up, 1 down.
Can he take down the Moose, though?
That's a whole nother beast.
Especially on a day when he's 2 for 2. One 0. Mushka swings and misses.
We gotta find out who this guy is.
That's count of 2-1. 6-6 game. Top 7 here at Bob Rock. Me and Parker have the giggles. 3-1 on its way. Mushka swings, pops one up, left side. Moving over his end body. Into foul territory, reaches up and makes the catch.
Yeah, this guy doesn't waste any time in between pitches either.
Go, go, go. So in stands the lefty, Zach Hart. How does one learn that delivery? Opening offering. And it clips Zachar. So the go-ahead run is aboard. How does one learn that windup?
I don't know. It's I wouldn't imagine that's something he was taught. But hey, whatever works for you, man. You wouldn't be here if you hadn't seen some success. 2 up, 2 down. See if you can get out of this inning and keep this a tight ball game.
Cedillo swings at the first pitch and rips it into right field for a base hit. A hit by pitch and a single. And in stands Nolan Davey.
TV back up. You got to watch out for this guy.
He's got a home run already. 2 aboard, 2 out. Top 7. Go ahead, run in scoring position. Davey's rocking the Derek Jeter pants. A little respect on the.
Oh yeah. Those weren't issued by the team, but that's okay.
Well, upstairs, kind of 1-0. Working from the left side of the rubber. 2 on, 2 out. And the 1-0 to Thebe. And he swings and drives one down the right field line and foul. Kind of 1-1. Thebe is 2 for 3 with a single and a home run. He's got 2 RBIs. Hart at second, Cedillo at first. Charlie Menace, Parker Huffman.
We check the comments, see if we got a name here.
Strike inside, the count of 1-2.
I'm gonna go ask Hop after this half inning.
Yeah. Coach Hop didn't give me a heads up. Kind of bummed. 2 on, 2 out, 1-2. Way upstairs. And the count levels out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, whoever he is, he's got to get an out here.
Yeah.
GreyWolves cannot give up a run here in the 6-6 game. Pitcher sets. And the 2-2. Swinging of his, and he gets the out. 1 walk, 1 hit, 2 left aboard, and no damage done. 7th inning stretch. We're all tied at 6.
I'm going to go find this guy's name.
So in stands Kevin Blair to face Jacob Bowser. Parker, did we get a name? Did you figure it out?
Yeah, we got a name. Not sure on the spelling yet, but we got TJ Grenada, who is on the bump last inning for the GreyWolves.
There's a strike to Blair. Blair has scored 2 times. Well, that's good to know.
Yes.
Thanks to our great Cat McCaw for getting us that name. 0-1. Look out, lone in. And the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. 6-6 game, bottom 7. Coming down to the wire here. Blair on the right side of the box, the 1-1 from Bowser. And it gets him on the back foot. Second time Blair has been hit by a pitch. You know, Parker, sometimes Bowser's sidearm just doesn't break in enough, and he's hit a number of guys.
Yeah, he's definitely struggle with that a little bit. You know, sometimes he does a great job of deceiving the players. They think it's going to hit him, and he catches that inside corner. But, yeah, certainly caught a few guys as well.
Opening offering to Tanner Jacques, and he pulls the bunt back. So Perneda did his job in the top of the 7th. He didn't allow a run. GreyWolves trying to take the lead here in the bottom of the inning. 6-6 game. They're over to first. Head first time is Blair. Bowser so far this season has hit 4 batters. He's walked 2. 0-1. Blair goes. Slow start. And Edmondson couldn't get the exchange right. And it's a stolen base for Kevin Blair. And if Edmondson had just gotten that ball out, Blair had started, stopped, and then decided to go.
Yeah.
But instead, he gets away with probably the slowest stolen base he'll ever have. Bottom 7, 6-6 game, 1-1. Swinging a slicer down the right field line, foul. And they counted a ball and 2 strikes.
I'll tell you what, Carlo. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Obviously, you've got your thing figured out here in the booth and do a great job. But those throw lozenges feels pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. I got to try one. Tomorrow we got a doubleheader, 1-2. So we're going to foul. I won't be doing much of the night game. We have a special guest, Mike Parker.
Yes.
Mike Parker coming on.
Very exciting. Longtime voice of the Oregon State Beavers. And we are very glad to have him here tonight. Should be very fun and entertaining broadcast for the 7 o'clock game.
Bottom 7, runner at second. The go-ahead run is Blair. 1-2 to Jacques. Low and in. Counted 2 balls, 2 strikes. GreyWolves left runners in scoring position in the 6th. Trying to capitalize here in the 7th. Jacques got the fake stir upside. 2-2. He swings and taps one foul. That's a ball Tanner Jacques just swung at. And be happy with himself there. I can imagine it's probably hard to read Bowser's sidearm when he's the only guy in the league who throws it. You don't get to see a lot of sidearm pitchers in the WWWL.
Yeah, and it's certainly funky righty on righty. And that thing starts out, it looks like it's coming right at you.
Runner at second, bottom 7, nobody out. 6-6 game. Time is called. No pitch. And the count at 2-2. Blair's got good speed. He just stole a base as he takes the lead at second base. 2-2. Low and in. And the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Bowser to Jacques.
I'll tell you what, I always loved facing a sidearm submarine guy when I was hitting. I was a right-handed throwing left-handed batter. So a little different. I typically got to see that ball coming across and in towards me, but I think you kind of love it or hate it facing a guy like this.
Most likely. It's different, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We've seen some different throwing styles, some different stretches. Here's the 3-2. Check swing and a strike. Catches the outer part of the plate. Jacques is retired. What do you think? Strike there, Parker?
It was certainly on the edge. I can understand the frustration there from Jacques, but you got 2 strikes on you. You got to protect.
So in stands the right-hander Stuart Weber. Runner at second. Opening offering. Runner goes. Weber swings and fouls one off. And Blair has to jog back to second. It's always got to be a bummer. You get up there as Blair at second base. You know you're going. The adrenaline's pumping.
Sure.
You take off.
Yeah.
And right before you're probably about to go into a head-first slide, coach says, turn around.
Right, and he had a pretty good jump there. I think he probably would have made it. Sometimes you feel like you get bailed out.
0-1. Weber chops one foul once again. Blair at second. One gone, nothing in two. To Stuart Weber, who's 2-run home run back in the third. Gave the GreyWolves a 5-1 lead. It's now a 6-6 ball game. Runner goes again, and they have him in a rundown. Bowser throws to third. Here is Pickle coming back, and tagging him out is Herzog.
The Gherkins do a great job with the pickle.
1-5-4-5.
Yeah, they were ready for
Bowser. That was a good move.
Yeah, it was.
I thought he was
smart,
coming home for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So now the bases are empty, and the right-hander Antonsen stands in. Still Weber. 0-2. And it hits him. So Antonsen heads to first. And up comes, Weber heads to first. Up comes Trevor Antonsen. He's got 2 bruises in his back. He was hit by a pitch his first 2 at-bats. Hit a sacrifice fly to tie this game up in the 5th. Opening offering from Bowser. Swing and a miss. Down to 0-1.
Got to be tough there from Bowser. He has a nice turnaround move. Gets the guy out at second, and then puts another one on the first right after.
Bowser looks in. He's 0-1. Strike catches the corner, up and outside. And the count at 0-2, and he's a strike away from getting out of the inning. 5th at bat for Antonsen. 0-2. Up and away. Counted the ball in 2 strikes. All tied up at 6, bottom 7. GreyWolves and the Gherkins going toe-to-toe here for our first game of the 6-game weekend here at Bob Brock. Bowser sets the 1-2. And a swing and a foul in left field line by Antonsen. In Parker, we have Fennings and Giroux in the night game. Should be a good matchup.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I think we got about 6 scouts coming out tonight. Actually, a little bit surprised by that. Last time Fennings pitched, he had 15 out here, but still going to be an entertaining game to watch.
Antonsen strikes out on a swing and a miss. Bouncer gets out of the bottom of the 7th with no damage done. To the 8th we go. I'll knot it up at 6 here at Bob Brock. So Kate Edmondson stands in, Pranita deals. And Edmondson looks at the ball. Kat McCarthy, our graphics designer, has done some good research on Pernita. He's 28 years old. 1-0. Up and in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0. Downstairs. Pernita played in AAA down in Mexico for the Pericos de Puebla. 3-0. Strike up and outside. In the count at 3 balls and 1 strike. Top 8. Pernita trying to keep it tied. And he deals a strike. Count at 3-2. To the right-hander, Edmondson taps the plate. And a ball downstairs. Edmondson takes first on the walk. Pernita getting some reps with the GreyWolves. And keep it a 6-6 game. So Humberto Alarcón stands in. Runner at first, nobody out. They go ahead runners aboard for the Gherkins. Pitch. Alarcón puts down the bunt, pulls it back, takes the ball up and in. And the count at 1-0. 6-6 game between the Gherkins and the GreyWolves, top of the 8th. Pernita looks towards first and deals, and Alarcón misses the ball with the bunt. And the count at 1-1. Well, Coach App told us he was going to try to find some pitchers, and he has. Pernita set to the belt. And is 1-1 home. Up and away. Count 2 balls and a strike. It's one thing the GreyWolves need. So if Pernita can provide them some bullpen pitching, that is absolutely priceless for a team that has really struggled in late innings. Gave up 8 runs to this Gherkins team last time they faced off in the 8th. Alarcón swings and drives one into right center. Halligan gets under it to his right. He reaches up and makes the catch. And there's 1 gone with 1 out in the top of the 8th. So in stands the right-hander, Rowan Ramsey. Ramsey sailed in the 5th, walked in the 6th. Runner at first is Edmondson. Ramsey, the leadoff man who walked his last time up. Trying to bring the go-ahead run aboard. DJ Pernita in his first appearance in a GreyWolf uniform. Opening offering. Upstairs. The count at 1-0. And we also have Matt Hardy at the Pickles, who's 25, played for the Brewers. Anybody is welcome in the Wild Wild West League, and it's great experience for everyone just to play baseball. You can only do so much in the batting cages and skills training. 1-0 in there for a strike in the count of 1-1. But when it comes to being on the field, to pitching somebody that's not your friend, that's when you really learn a lot. Edmondson at first, 1 out, 6-6 game, and Pernita throws over to first. Not a quick pickoff move, but one that keeps Edmondson close. Here's the 1-1. In there for a strike. And he counted a ball and 2 strikes to Ramsey. Top 8 here at Bob Brock. A 6-6 game between the GreyWolves and the Gherkins. TJ Pernita on the mound. Cade Edmondson at first. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Ramsey strikes out. Second K for Pernita. And up comes Miles Norman. Norman struck out swinging his last time up to end the 6th. Pernita stands on. Edmondson leads at first. Opening offering home. Swing and a miss. And the count at 0-1. So these two teams all tied up. They've each won 2 games against, or 1 game against one another. 0-1. Norman swings and fouls one off down the right field line. And the count at no balls and 2 strikes. The wind is sort of blowing out to center, not super strong. It's died down a little bit. Edmondson takes a sizable lead at first. 2 out, 1 aboard, 6-6 game. The 0-2. Miles Norman slaps one foul down the right field line. And the count at no balls and 2 strikes. Pineda wearing the long sleeves here on this hot day, trying to stay cool. 0-2. Just misses low and away. And they counted a ball and 2 strikes. 1 on, 2 gone. Top 8, the 1-2. Swing and a tapper foul into the dugout. Edmondson leads at first. GreyWolves and Gherkins tied at 6. Top 8. TJ Pineda deals home. Low and away. The count 2 balls, 2 strikes to Norman. We approach 5 o'clock here at Bob Brock. Pineda's 2-2. Norman swings and pops one up. Shallow right field. Halligan on the move. He gets under it, and he makes the catch in stride. 1 walk, 1 left aboard as we head to the bottom of the 8th. 6-6 between the GreyWolves and the Gherks. So the right-hander Grant Heiser stands in to face the new pitcher, Ryan Torres, righty on righty, to start the bottom of the 8th in a 6-6 ball game. Opening offering from Torres to Heiser. And Heiser swings and grounds one left side across his body. Alarcon's throw to first, not in time. Humberto moved a long way to get to that baseball. And just like that, the go-ahead run is aboard for the lefty Baxter Halligan. 6-6 game here at Bob Brock, bottom of the 8th. Halligan stands in. Torres sets, looks over his shoulder, and deals home. Strike, ball low and away. Counted 1-0. No runs since the 5th. These two teams knotted up at 6. 1-0. Catches the inside corner. And they count at 1-1 strike. Heiser at first after his single. His first hit of the ball game. Bottom 8. Nobody out. Ryan Torres 1-1. Home. Low and inside. Good block by Edmondson. And they counted 2-1 strike. Heiser started the inning. It's Halligan at the plate and Hakkinen on deck. Triple H up for the guys in gray. Trying to grab a lead. 2-1. Going outside. 3-1 strike to Halligan. Ryan Torres has pitched one of the thirds. That was against the Westland Knights. He gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, and a walk. Trying to erase that from his memory here against the GreyWolves. 3-1 to Halligan. Low and away. And there's ball 4. Baxter Halligan jogs to first. And there's 2 aboard with nobody out. As up comes Trace Hakkinen. Hakkinen struck out his last time up. So the go-ahead run is in scoring position for the GreyWolves here in the bottom of the 8th. Torres looks on. And his opening offering. Low and outside, and it gets by Edmondson. Everybody up 90 feet. And now the go-ahead run is at third with nobody out on the wild pitch. So Hakkinen with a 1-0 count. At second is Halligan. At third is Heiser. Torres sets. And the 1-0. Swinging a big chopper over the head of Herzog and down the left field line. Coming home is Heiser. Going to second in a headfirst dive is Hakkinen on a heads-up play. And it's a RBI single. The GreyWolves have taken a 7-6 lead. So in stands the lefty Dominic Enbody with 2 in scoring position and nobody out. GreyWolves getting the first run since the 5th. And they break the 6-6 tie. Torres looks on, holds the ball behind his back, now sets it into his glove. Opening offering to Enbody in the dirt. And they count 1 no strikes. So the Gherkins gift the GreyWolves a run. Seven to 6, the lead for the GreyWolves. Over the Gherkins, trying to add some more. Nobody out. 2 runners in scoring position here in the 8th. 1-0 from Torres. Swing out a foul down the left field line, and the count at 1 no strikes. Tonight's game will be the Pickles taking on the Knights for the second time. We'll have Mike Parker doing most of that ball game. Great voice of Oregon State. Should be a good one. Runners at second and third. Bottom 8, nobody out. 1-1 on its way from Ryan Torres. Misses low and they counted 2 balls and 1 strike. Inning started with a Heiser single. Halligan walked. And then Hakkinen singled and scored Heiser. 2-1 on its way. Swinging a high fly ball way up there. Norman in center comes in, still coming in. He looks to his right, makes the catch. Tagging on the play, now stopping up. The throw in from Norman gets away. On his way home is Halligan, and he scores with ease. Boy, the Gherkins had Baxter Halligan. He was stuck in between third and home, just watching the throw come in. And lucky for him, it sailed over the head of Cade Edmondson, and he was able to score with ease. So in stands KJ Rufo, Hakkinen to third. And body is down, opening offering. And Rufo slices one down the right field line for a base hit. An RBI for Rufo. Hakkinen comes in to score. The Triple H of Heiser, Halligan, and Hakkinen have all crossed home. And it's a 3-run bottom of the 8th, 9-6. The lead for the GreyWolves. So in stands Kevin Blair with a runner aboard and 1 gone. Rufo leads at first. He's got good speed. Ryan Torres opening offering. No, he throws to first. Not in time. Rufo with a head first dive. Blair has reached base in his last 3 at-bats. He's been hit by a pitch 2 times, and he reached out of there. Righty stands in. And he looks at a ball up and in that almost clips him. And a count at 1-0. Bottom 8 here at Bob Brock. Nine runs for the GreyWolves, 6 for the Gherkins. 3-run bottom of the 8th, 1-0. Up and in. Count 2 balls and no strikes to Blair. Well, the thing that usually plagues this GreyWolves team, late runs by other teams, is helping them out. Torres again to first. 3 runs here late in the ball game. And they are up 9-6 on the Gherkins. Torres sets at the belt. The 2-0 on its way to Blair. And it clips him. Kevin Blair saw 2 balls come awfully close inside. Torres hits him with the third. And there's 2 aboard with 1 gone for Tanner Jacques. Blair has been hit 3 times today. Hopefully he gets the win with all those bruises. At least these GreyWolves team hopes so. So in is Rich Wine, who looks at a strike. Counted 0-1. Runners at second and first, Rufo and Blair. Bottom 8 here at Bob Brock. 9-6 the lead for the GreyWolves. 0-1. Misses up and outside. Count of 1 ball, 1 strike. GreyWolves jumped out to a 5-1 lead. They fell behind 6-5 in the 5th. Runner goes. Torres throws to third, and they got him. Rufo tried to take off. Torres with a good pickoff play. And there's 2 gone. So runner at first is Blair. He did not run. 2 away. And Torres an out away from getting out of this bottom of the 8th. 1-1. Strike. Catches the inside part of the plate. Gherkins will have Herzog, Mushka, and Hart. The heart of the order, 3-4-6, or 3-4-5. When we return. And the top of the 9th. 1-2 from Torres. Swinging a little pop up towards second. Ramsey to his right. He gets under it and camps out and makes the catch. A couple of hits. A runner left the board, but 3 runs come in. 9-6 the lead for the GreyWolves as we head to the 9th. Gherkins have some work to do. So the lefty Justin Herzog stands in. Gherkins need 3 runs, and Pranita looking to get the win in his opening offering. Herzog swings and rolls one towards short, scooped up by Richwine just into the ball game. He flips to first, and on one pitch, there's 1 out in the 9th. Well, that's a good start for TJ Pranita. And up comes already Patrick Mushka, whose only out was against Pranita. 9-6, a 3-run bottom of the 8th for the GreyWolves. Put them up top, opening offering. Ball upstairs. And the count at 1-0. Mushka taps the plate twice, the 1-0. Inside, 2 balls and no strikes to him. This game was tied after 5. Neither team scored in the 6th or the 7th. 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th by the GreyWolves. 2-0. And Mushka swings and lifts one into the gap in the left center field. This ball drops for a base hit. Patrick Mushka with a single. Gherkins need some base runners, and up comes the lefty, Zach Hart. Check that. Hitting change here, and it's Colby Grace. Colby Grace has got 1 big fly in the WWWL. Gherkins need 3 runs. GreyWolves need 2 outs. So Grace stands in. He's in there for Hart. GreyWolves 9, Gherkins 6. First of 2 on this Friday at Bob Brock. Grace taps the plate twice. Maroon at the top of his bat. He holds it on his right shoulder. Opening offering. Ball low and in. And they counted 1-0. Pranita working off the left side of the rubber. Mushka leads at first. 1 gone, 1 on, top 9. 1-0. Swing and a miss. And they count at 1 ball, 1 strike to Grace. Cedillo is on deck. He is the tying run should Colby Grace reach. Mushka with a small lead at first base. 1-1. Low and away. 2 balls and a strike to Grace. Will be Grace trying to spark a rally. Gherkins with their backs against the wall. 2-1. Up and outside. The count, 3 balls and a strike to Grace. Pernita exhales the 3-1. Upstairs and a walk to Colby Grace as up comes Ruben Cedillo and he represents the tying run. Double play still in play for Pernita. Cedillo came in for Bridge in the 7th, his second at bat, opening offering in the dirt. And the count at 1-0. Cedillo singled. Ruben taps the plate. Pulls the bat behind his head. Pernita looks at second, looks home, the 1-0. Swinging a little blooper into right field. Coming in on it is Antonsen. He was playing deep and he can't get there. Everybody is safe. The bases are loaded. And an opportunity for Nolan Thebe, who represents the go-ahead run with 1 gone here in the top of the 9th. Thebe already has 1 big fly, a ball that sliced down the left field line and just stayed fair. And now Pernita in a jam. Well, late game pitching plagued the GreyWolves again. Mushka at third. Ball up and in to Thebe. Grace at second. Cedillo at first. Thebe has struck out in his last 2 at-bats. Both swinging. He taps the plate. Looks towards Pernita, who looks at third. 1-0. And he swings and belts one down the left field line. Foul. And the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. GreyWolves on a 5-game skid. Trying to stop the losing streak this afternoon. Gherkins have lost their last 2, but have won their last 2 against this GreyWolves team. Bases loaded, 1 out, top 9, 9-6. The lead for the GreyWolves. Time is called by Thebe. Mushka, Grace, and Cedillo on the base pass. 1-1. Swing and a miss by Thebe. And the count at a ball and 2 strikes. Well, Nolan is definitely swinging for the fences. Cade Edmondson is on deck. 1-2 count, 1 out. No vacancy on the base pass. The pitch. Way outside. Thebe lays off, and the count levels out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mushka at third. Grace at second. Cedillo at first. 2-2 to Thebe. Low and away, and the count is full with nowhere to put him. The Knights have shown up. Brook Knight and his team watching over the GreyWolves dugout. Pernita's 3-2. Swing and a miss. Big time strikeout from the GreyWolf pitcher. And there's 2 gone. Still with the bases full. The Gherkins down to their final out. And Coach Hop is going to go talk to his pitcher. We'll take a quick break and come right back. There's 3 aboard. The Gherkins need 3 runs. Can Cade Edmondson get it done with 2 outs? 9-6. And we'll keep it here. The GreyWolves lead the Gherkins. Coach Hop would love a win. Question is, can Pernita get it for him? Bob in the head. He's vibing with the music. Feeling good. He stands on the left side of the rubber. Exhales and looks in towards Heiser. Edmondson with a bat on his right shoulder. Trying to be the hero. Opening offering. Low and outside. Just misses. And the count at 1 ball, no strikes. 6 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Gherkins. 9 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the GreyWolves. 1-0. Outside again. And 2-0 to Edmondson, a hitter's count with the bases loaded. Inning started with a Herzog ground out to second. Mushka singled, Grace walked, and Cedillo singled behind him. Bases loaded, 2 gone, 2-0 to Edmondson, the pitch. And he swings and drifts one into the gap and into right field for a base hit. Mushka scores, Grace stops at third. The bases are still loaded. An RBI single for Edmondson. And now a base hit into one of the gaps could tie this ball game up. So Humberto Alarcon stands in. 1 run in, Grace at third. Cedillo, the tying run at second. 9-7. GreyWolves lead the Gherkins. Pernita needs 1 more out. His opening offering. Downstairs. Bases are loaded. Tap 9, 9-7 the lead for the GreyWolves. Edmondson wags the bat at his waist. Pernita's 1-0. Downstairs again, and another 2-0 count. Alarcon, the 9th hole batter. Ramsey is on deck. He would be the 8th batter of the inning. Outfield is in with a tying run at second. 2-0. Swinging a slow roller towards short. Scooped up by Blair. He goes to second for the force. And the losing streak is over for the GreyWolves. TJ Pernita goes 3 innings, gets the win. The Gherkins make it close at the end, but they do not capitalize. GreyWolves improve to 2-6. And the Gherkins fall to 2-6. That does it for our first game at Bob Brock. 9-7. GreyWolves defeat the Gherkins. For John Sandylands, our Blazer fan, Kat Makaroff, our box curator, Rory Newenhouse, our bubble coordinator, Parker Huffman, our Skycam operator, Kelsey Henry, our Railcam operator, Ali Weissman, our double masker, Jackson Thomas, our strongman, Johnny Harvey, our NFL scout, Gary Walker, our Gary Trent Jr. fanatic, and Robert Jones, our ankle breaker. Carlo Jimenez signing off. Game 1 on this Friday at Bob Brock. 9-7. GreyWolves beat the Gherkins.